how can the global church contribute, not contribute, how can they benefit from studying all these ancient Near East mythologies? How can they help? How can this help their walk with God?
Right. Yeah. I think it just builds out the picture, and um, this is what I'm really grateful to people like Michael Heiser, Amara Noose that we've talked about recently, L. Michael Morales, Stephen DeYoung, Jeb Burton, and Justin Bass, and a bunch of the people that are doing work in this way, is that there's a real effort to take some of this material and break it down into terms for the layman and to fill out the context, because as time marches on, we get further and further away from the ancients. And has become popular in biblical studies now, right? Narrative is a way of revealing truth, right? We get, in my studies, there's a lot of talk about the narrative of the Gospels, and you need to understand the story that each Gospel is telling, because they're trying to communicate a certain set of information, a certain set of truth. And I think in these pagan writings, we get a sort of truth. It may be incomplete, and that's why we need to be scripturally based first. But it adds some color, to what's going on, and we can fill out the picture in that sense. Like I said, too, is that there are people in our world today that are living lives and experiencing the world in a way that is different from us as Christians and born again believers. And I think it might be too easy to forget. For those of us that have maybe come to faith as adults, or we were so young as children that we've always had a Christian worldview. These other writings can help us see other points of view, and where maybe people are coming from. Obviously, the ancient writings are different from modern people, but I'm convinced we haven't actually changed all that much, right? History seems to repeat itself, and we think we're fancy, but we kind of do a lot of the same things. And so by reading it and understanding where it came from, and especially in modern stuff, we've really stripped out the spiritual worldviews. But that's a very real world, and the ancients interacted with it better than we do today. So as a means of kind of grappling that, I think it's useful.